Ever wondered why your legs cramp up at 3 a.m. and why one small food choice could stop it tonight? If you're over 60 and those sharp, twisting leg cramps have started ruining your sleep or freezing you mid-step, you're not alone and you're not powerless. In today's video, we're revealing the top 3 doctor-backed superfoods that aren't just preventing cramps. They're rebuilding leg strength, protecting your nerves, and keeping you moving pain-free day and night. But don't expect the usual eat a banana advice. These nutrition fixes are smarter, more strategic, and deeply rooted in science for aging muscles. By the end of this video, you'll not only know what to eat, but also when and how to use these foods to naturally reverse what's really causing those cramps in your legs, feet, or thighs. I'm Dr. Eli Morgan, a senior health specialist with over 30 years helping older adults stay active without medications or side effects. If your legs have been warning you lately, it's time to listen. Before we jump in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from today? Are you watching from a cozy kitchen in Florida? Or maybe a quiet retirement nook in Oregon? Drop a comment below. Wow. And if leg cramps have ever jolted you out of bed or slowed down your daily walk, I want to hear your story. Also, make sure to hit that red subscribe button and tap the bell. We release practical research-based videos every single week to help older adults like you stay strong, independent, and pain-free naturally. Now let's get into the first food that could change the way your legs feel. Starting tonight. Food number 1, Arctic trout, formerly eggs. Arctic trout, the underrated powerhouse for muscle recovery and cramp prevention in seniors. Let's start with something surprising. Arctic trout, not salmon, not tuna, has one of the highest concentrations of active vitamin D and omega-3s found in any naturally occurring food. And here's what's wild. A single 3-ounce serving contains over 500 IU of vitamin D plus more than 20 grams of high-quality protein, and it's incredibly easy to digest for seniors. But let's back up a second. Why are your legs cramping in the first place? Most people blame dehydration or potassium, and while those matter, for older adults, the root cause is often deeper. Sarcopenia, poor nerve signaling, and vitamin D insufficiency. Muscle cramps often come from misfired signals between the nerves and the muscle fibers, which leads to involuntary contractions. And without enough vitamin D or high-quality protein to support neuromuscular repair, those cramps become a nightly visitor. Now here's where Arctic trout shines. Reason 1. It repairs muscle damage and prevents sarcopenia. Age-related muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, starts quietly in your 50s and 60s, but by your 70s, it can accelerate rapidly unless you actively fight back. Protein is your armor here, but not all proteins are equal. Unlike red meat, which can be harder to digest and may elevate inflammation markers in seniors, Arctic trout delivers complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids in a soft, flaky, easy-to-absorb package. Each bite delivers leucine to kickstart muscle protein synthesis, glutamine to repair micro tears in muscle fibers, carnosine to reduce inflammation during muscle recovery. A 2021 study from the Journal of Clinical Nutrition and Aging found that older adults who consume 20 to 25 grams of high-quality protein twice per day had 41% fewer nighttime leg cramps than those who didn't. Trout fits that profile perfectly. Reason 2, it helps you absorb calcium, thanks to real vitamin D3. Now, let's talk vitamin D at the sunlight vitamin. Most seniors don't get enough sun exposure, whether it's due to medications that increase UV sensitivity, mobility limitations, or just cloudy winters. Over 70% of adults over 65 are vitamin D insufficient according to the CDC. Why is that a problem? Vitamin D plays 2 key roles here. It helps your body absorb calcium, which your muscles need to contract, and relax smoothly. It supports neuromuscular coordination, meaning your brain and muscles can communicate without short-circuiting. Deficiency can lead to weakness in leg muscles, worsening balance, more intense and longer-lasting cramps. Now here's the kicker. Most people think eggs are a great source of vitamin D. And they are, to a degree. But you'd need to eat 20 eggs to match the D3 in one serving of Arctic trout. And unlike fortified dairy, trout provides naturally occurring vitamin D3, not the synthetic version, which is 25% more bioavailable in seniors based on a 2019 meta-analysis in Frontiers in Endocrinology. Reason 3. It strengthens nerve insulation and reduces misfiring signals. Another silent culprit in senior muscle cramps is poor nerve conductivity. When the myelin sheath, the insulation around your nerves, begins to degrade with age or due to B12 deficiency, you get tingling feet, sudden spasms, poor nighttime leg control. Here's what's brilliant. Arctic trout is rich in both vitamin B12 and choline, which work synergistically to protect nerve cells, improve nerve transmission, prevent neuropathy-related cramps. Compare this to taking a synthetic B12 supplement that might not absorb well if you have atrophic gastritis, a condition that affects 1 in 3 seniors and lowers stomach acid, reducing B12 absorption by up to 60%. Trout bypasses that issue by offering methylcobalamin, the active form of B12 that's easily absorbed even in low acid environments. Real world case, Mr. Thomas, age 73. One of my patients, Thomas, came in complaining about nightly leg cramps that had gotten so bad he was waking up every hour. He'd tried magnesium pills, potassium drinks, and even stretching at night, but nothing worked. We tested his vitamin D and B12. Both were low. Instead of pushing more pills, we revamped his dinner plate. 3 ounces Arctic trout, steamed spinach, a sprinkle of hemp seeds for extra magnesium. Within 3 weeks, his cramps dropped from 7 nights a week to 1. And after 6 weeks, gone. Completely. He didn't take a single new medication, just food. What about mercury and cholesterol? Great question. Arctic trout is a low mercury freshwater species, unlike larger predatory fish like tuna or swordfish. And when it comes to cholesterol, a 2022 Harvard study confirmed that lean fish rich in omega-3s actually improve lipid profiles in older adults, lowering LDL while raising HDL. So unless you have a kidney condition that limits protein, you can safely consume Arctic trout 2 to 3 times per week. And if you're vegetarian or allergic to fish, don't worry. I'll give you an alternative at the end of this video. Best times to eat it. If your cramps happen at night, try having Arctic trout as part of your early dinner, around 5 to 6 p.m. The protein helps repair muscle fibers overnight, while vitamin D supports nerve calmness while you sleep. For morning cramps, try it for lunch instead, paired with lemon and leafy greens to aid absorption. Quick summary. High-quality, complete protein repairs muscles. Real vitamin D3 improves calcium uptake and nerve muscle coordination. B12 plus choline restores nerve insulation. Omega-3 fats reduces inflammation and enhances blood flow. Low mercury. High bioavailability. Ideal for aging digestion. If you're looking for a food that truly rebuilds from the inside out, Arctic trout should be on your plate this week. Food number 2, cooked beets, formerly bananas. Cooked beets, the circulation booster that ends cramping and energizes aging legs. Let me ask you something. Have your legs ever felt like they just shut down mid-walk? Heavy, stiff, or shaky? Almost like the blood just isn't getting there? You're not imagining it. Many leg cramps in older adults aren't caused by just low potassium. They come from impaired circulation and oxygen-starved muscles. That's where beets, especially steamed or roasted beets, become a game changer. Beets are packed with natural nitrates, a type of compound that relaxes blood vessels, improves oxygen flow to the muscles, and prevents the buildup of lactic acid, one of the key triggers for painful cramping. And here's the kicker. A 2020 study from Wake Forest University showed that seniors who consumed beetroot daily improved their walking endurance by 18% in just 6 days. But that's just scratching the surface. Reason 1, boosts nitric oxide, enhancing muscle. Oxygenation. As we age, our body's natural ability to produce nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for dilating blood vessels, declines. Low nitric oxide equals tight blood flow equals muscle fatigue plus cramps. Beets are one of nature's richest sources of dietary nitrates, which convert into nitric oxide in the saliva and bloodstream, helping increase blood flow to lower limbs, reduce muscle tightness and fatigue, support energy delivery to active tissues. In simple terms, your muscles get oxygen faster and recover faster. This is especially important for older adults who struggle with peripheral artery disease, PAD, a common cause of cramping in calves and thighs while walking. Cooked beets, not raw juice, offer the best bioavailability and are far easier to digest for seniors with sensitive stomachs. And they're rich in betaine, a unique compound that protects blood vessels from oxidative stress. Reason 2, natural source of magnesium plus potassium for nerve balance. Now let's talk minerals. You probably already know potassium helps with cramp prevention, but it needs to work together with magnesium to do its job effectively. Here's how. Potassium maintains the electrical charge that lets muscles contract. Magnesium helps those muscles relax. Without enough magnesium, the muscle can't unwind. And that's exactly when a cramp strikes. A single cup of cooked beets contains approximately 518 milligrams of potassium, 15% of daily need, approximately 39 milligrams of magnesium, and it's also naturally hydrating with over 80% water content. These three factors, hydration, potassium, and magnesium, make beets a cramp-fighting trifecta. Bonus: unlike bananas, beets are lower in sugar and support healthy blood sugar balance, making them more diabetic friendly. Reason 3, vitamin B9, folate, supports nerve communication. One forgotten hero when it comes to muscle cramps is vitamin B9, also known as folate. Folate helps your body make new red blood cells and supports methylation, which is key to nerve signal regulation. When folate levels drop, seniors may notice more tingling sensations in the legs, slower nerve transmission, aches and cramps triggered by poor oxygen delivery. Beets are one of the richest natural sources of folate. With 136 micrograms per cup, that's over 34% of the daily value. And unlike supplements, the folate in beets comes with polyphenols and antioxidants that enhance absorption and protect nerve linings. Real life example, Carol, age 69. Carol, a retired yoga teacher, came to me complaining of calf cramps during her morning walks. Her potassium levels were fine, and she was already drinking plenty of water. But her blood flow to the legs? Poor. Her hands were often cold, toes tingled, a classic circulation issue. Instead of giving her a nitrate gel or synthetic vasodilator, I told her to add 1/2 cup of cooked beets to her lunch or dinner 3 times a week. 2 weeks in, her symptoms cut in half. By week 4, she was walking a full mile again without stopping to rub her calves. And it wasn't just her legs that changed. Her energy returned. Her digestion improved. Her complexion brightened. Because beets don't just help your legs, they reboot your blood system. Concerns? Let's talk now if you're thinking, wait, don't beets raise blood sugar? Here's the truth. Beets have natural sugars, yes. But they also have fiber and nitrates that slow down glucose absorption. In fact, a 2022 meta-review published in Nutrition Reviews found that moderate beet consumption improved insulin sensitivity in older adults. Still, diabetics should pair beets with protein or fats, such as pairing them with fish, goat cheese, or nuts, to blunt sugar spikes. And yes, beets can sometimes turn your urine or stool pink. That's called beeturia, and it's harmless. When and how to eat beets for leg health. For nighttime cramps, eat beets with your evening meal. The natural nitrates kick in 2 to 3 hours later and improve oxygenation while you sleep for activity-related cramps. Eat beets 1 to 2 hours before a walk or workout. They help preload nitric oxide, which improves endurance and recovery. Pro tip: roast them with olive oil and rosemary, or blend into a warm beet soup with garlic and black pepper. A natural anti-inflammatory combo. Quick summary: natural nitrates boost blood flow and oxygen delivery. Potassium plus magnesium restore muscle electrolyte balance. Folate plus antioxidants protect nerve health and fight misfiring signals. Fiber rich, safe for diabetics in proper portions. Lower sugar than fruit plus anti-inflammatory bonus. When combined with hydration and light stretching, cooked beets can dramatically reduce the frequency, duration, and intensity of leg cramps, while restoring confidence in every step. Food number 3, black beans, formerly nuts and seeds. Black beans, the underrated mineral bomb that calms overactive muscles and feeds your nerves. Let's get right to it. Leg cramps aren't just about what's missing. Sometimes they're about what's not balanced. Too much calcium without magnesium, too much salt without potassium, or nerves firing without rest. That's why black beans are the ultimate sleeper food in this cramp conversation. Why? Because they're loaded with bioavailable magnesium, potassium, plant-based protein, and nerve-supporting B vitamins. But they're also low in fat, cholesterol-free, and extremely friendly to sensitive digestive systems when properly prepared. And unlike nuts or seeds, which can be tough on older digestion, black beans are gentler, cheaper, and easier to incorporate into daily meals. Let's dive deeper, because this one food could quietly solve 5 hidden causes of cramping in aging adults. Reason 1: restores electrolyte balance, magnesium and potassium duo. The 2 most overlooked minerals in leg cramp prevention are magnesium and potassium. Without enough of them, your muscles can't relax after contracting, and cramps hit like lightning. Here's the reality. Many seniors are deficient in magnesium due to reduced stomach acid, medications like diuretics or PPIs, and poor absorption. And potassium often gets lost through sweating, urination, and poor hydration habits, especially in warmer climates or with certain meds like furosemide. A single 1-cup serving of cooked black beans contains approximately 120 milligrams of magnesium, 30% of the daily value, approximately 611 milligrams of potassium, 17% of the daily value, plus a small dose of calcium and iron to support muscle energy metabolism. But unlike supplements, which can cause digestive upset, black beans deliver these minerals with fiber, slowing their release and optimizing absorption. This mineral combo calms overactive muscle fibers, improves neuromuscular coordination, and reduces nighttime cramp frequency. Reason 2: a plant protein that also soothes inflammation. You might not think of beans as a muscle food, but don't be fooled. Black beans offer 15 grams of plant-based protein per cup, high levels of lysine, an amino acid involved in collagen synthesis and tissue repair, polyphenols, like anthocyanins, which reduce oxidative stress in aging muscle tissue. This matters because inflammation can trigger cramping, especially after physical activity or in people with chronic conditions like arthritis or fibromyalgia. The anti-inflammatory properties of black beans, combined with their protein profile, create a perfect recovery food for older adults. A 2018 study published in the American Journal of Lifestyle Medicine found that adults over 60 who ate legumes 4 to 5 times a week reported 32% fewer muscle cramps and soreness compared to those who didn't. The best part? Black beans are more digestible than red meats, which can sit heavy in the stomach and interfere with magnesium absorption. Reason 3, nerve calming. B vitamins plus resistant starch for gut-nerve connection. Now, let's talk about your nervous system, the final piece in the cramp puzzle. When nerves misfire, they send mixed signals to your muscles. That's where B vitamins, especially B6 and folate, come in. Black beans are a rich source of both, helping to regulate neurotransmitters like GABA and serotonin, which influence muscle relaxation, reduce homocysteine, an inflammatory compound linked to vascular issues and nerve damage. Support the production of myelin, the insulation on your nerve cells. But that's not all. Black beans also contain resistant starch, a special form of carbohydrate that feeds the good bacteria in your gut. And that's crucial because research shows the gut-brain muscle axis plays a huge role in inflammation, nutrient absorption, and even nerve health. If you've experienced digestive issues like bloating, IBS, or irregularity, improving your gut microbiome can indirectly enhance nerve signaling and reduce muscular spasms. Real life example, Joyce, age 75. Joyce had been dealing with intense thigh cramps every night for months. She was skeptical of beans at first. "Won't they make me gassy?" she asked. We soaked her black beans overnight, slow cooked them, and started with just 1/4 cup per day. She also drank extra water and walked for 15 minutes after lunch. By the 3rd week, not only were the cramps nearly gone, but she reported better digestion, better sleep, and even a drop in her afternoon fatigue. Beans aren't just food, they're muscle medicine in disguise. Considerations and pro tips? Beans are powerful, but let's address a few common concerns. Gas or bloating. Soak your beans overnight and cook them thoroughly. Adding bay leaves, cumin, or fennel during cooking helps digestion. Sodium in canned beans? Always rinse canned black beans under cold water to remove up to 40% of added sodium. Diabetes? Black beans have a low glycemic index and when eaten with vegetables or whole grains can improve blood sugar stability. Serving ideas. Add to soups or stews. Mash into a warm spread with olive oil and lemon. Mix with quinoa or brown rice and leafy greens. When and how to eat for maximum. Cramp relief for night cramps. Have black beans as part of your evening meal. Their magnesium supports overnight muscle relaxation. For post-activity soreness, eat within 90 minutes of movement to support protein synthesis and reduce inflammation. Start small, 1/4 to 1/2 cup, and build up. Your gut will adjust. Quick summary. Magnesium plus potassium. Relax muscle fibers and reduce electrical overactivity. Plant protein plus lysine repair tissues and soothe inflammation. B vitamins calm nerve firing and enhance muscle recovery. Resistant starch improve gut function for better nutrient absorption. Easy to prep, cost-effective, and digestion-friendly when soaked properly. If you're looking for a natural, affordable, everyday solution to muscle cramps that also supports gut, nerve, and blood health, black beans are your secret weapon. So let's do a quick recap. Arctic trout helps rebuild muscle, support nerve signals, and restore vitamin D, making it a powerhouse for nighttime cramp prevention. Cooked beets boost circulation and oxygen flow, stopping cramps before they start, especially during walks or sleep. And black beans balance your minerals, soothe inflamed muscles, and protect nerve health, all while being budget-friendly and easy to digest. If you found even one of these tips helpful, please hit that like button. It helps us reach more seniors who need real, science-backed solutions. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. I read every one. And of course, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a weekly tip to keep your body strong and independent. Stay curious, stay active, and I'll see you in the next one. Dr. Eli Morgan.